a nice, pretty.
There's got to be there's a fine line between the communication with the line and the backs. And we had a couple instances tonight where we just missed on that communication, and, they were able to get a little pressure on the quarterback.
Doug, what was your message to the guys in the locker room just now?
Just told them I was proud of them for the season that we put together. Nobody expected us, the Jaguars, to be in this football game from the beginning of the season to today. And I just told them how proud I was of them for how they hung together all season long, how they battled, fought through a ton of adversity. And just proud of the way they kept battling all season to get to this spot and really battling this game to come down to the, an onside kick to potentially, seeing what happens, right? And told them we were going to learn from this, we're going to grow from this, and our expectation is to be in these games every year. I mean, that's that's our expectation, and this was a good first year for all of us.
Doug, what do you see from Trevor being the bounce back, obviously, from the interception at the end of the game there?
As far as, moving on?
Yeah, just
like in the offseason?
No,
or
in terms of him bouncing back, able to drive the ball down for you guys to be able to kick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, he's learned. I mean, he's learning how to just put those plays behind him. Again, it was we had some protection issues there and tried to get the quick ball up to Zay, and guy made a heck of a play. We had him, but guy made a great interception there, and but he was able to shake it and come back from it, got the 3 points later, and put us in a position.
Doug, what can you say to your team afterwards to obviously the disappointment of this being, 15, 20 minutes ago is going to be the prevailing feeling, but did you in any ways try to convey to them to remember what was done over the course of this season, in the off season, instead of dwelling on this last loss for too long?
Yeah, I mean, it's not about, obviously, we're all hurting because of the loss, but we're all hurting too because this is the final game of this year, and that's the hard thing. But like I told the guys, I mean, these are the games that we're going to learn from, and we're going to be better because of. And I told them, I said, just plan on every year. Let's being in these meaningful games at the end of the season. We want to be one of the 4, 5, 6 teams, in the AFC every year, and our guys believe that, and we still got work to do, obviously, but it's also time to heal and to get away and get rejuvenated again.
Doug, did you get a sense from the guys in there that there's not anger, but sort of like what you're talking about, that there's more conviction about that than they are disappointed in today? Like they feel
well, I mean, they're disappointed. I mean, they're disappointed. With this game, felt like we had an opportunity to at least tie the football game. They're late in the game, but I think they understand how good they can be. Some of the same ugly mistakes that showed up in this game were the things that showed up early in the season. And those are the things that we have to eliminate. Those are the things we have to, move on from. In order to win against great football teams like the Chiefs are, you can't make those mistakes. And so I think they're disappointed from that more than anything, and just coming up a little short.
You feel like you're close, right?
I mean, I feel like we're close. I mean, obviously we got the right leader in Trevor. I feel really good about him, obviously, what he's done, how he's played this season, and it's just, it's a matter of with the youth of the team. Now these guys played a lot of football, and they're going to learn from the good and the bad, and it's something to really, I think, lean on as we head into the off season. And as we approach the off-season program, in a couple of months, and which is kind of crazy to say, but we're going to learn. I'm excited for the future of Jacksonville, and working with Trent, getting the right players in here, whether it's free agency, whether it's the draft, and continuing to build our roster.
On the 98-yard touchdown that he directed,
were you disappointed that maybe didn't become a 3-and-out where maybe you guys can get the ball in midfield and have a scoring opportunity there? And what did
Yeah, I mean that was obviously a turning point or a momentum switch in the game. We had them at the 2-yard line and kind of let them off the hook a little bit. But again, those are opportunities there where we need to be better. We need to play better, coach better in those situations to try to get off the field at some point. But credit them, they executed well and ended up with a touchdown.
What did you see on the play when Mahomes got hurt, and how would it have changed your strategy had he not been able to come back?
I didn't see other than him being tackled from behind. I didn't really see the whole play. I'm sure he got something rolled. One of the players probably rolled up on the back of his legs, on that. But listen, hats off to him for gutting it out there in the second half and sticking with it and playing hurt. That's just a sign of a true leader and a winner, and that's what he is.
How many of those plays do you just chalk up to Mahomes? It felt like there was a lot of pressure, but you just able to make something happen.
That's what he does, right? He eludes the pressure. He can step up, and he's got great vision down the field, and he finds those guys, and we talk about it all the time. You get opportunities to sack him or tackle him, you got to try to do the best you can to get him on the ground. And it's obviously easier said than done.
Kelsey's a great player, but what's the disappointment level with him having 14 catches, and what did you see in terms of trying to cover him today?
Yeah, and a lot of them were short, intermediate type catches. Some of them were off of scrambles. That's going to happen, but he's a great player. He's a big target for Pat and for Patrick, and really, you obviously got to know where he's at, right? When he lines up in the formation, and we got to do a better job moving forward. Those are all things we can learn from.
Other than the 98-yard drive, which is a 39-yard run by Pacheco, did you feel like your defense did enough to give you a chance to win this game?
They gave us some opportunities. There were some unwarranted penalties in there too, right? That kept them on the field that we got to eliminate. There was a roughing the passer, and I think we jumped off sides one time, and there's just things that showed up that we've got to try to eliminate. But I thought overall the defense did a nice job of really kind of keeping things down. Second half especially, forcing them to punt the football and get the offense back on the field. And football games are all about, playing complementary football, and we can learn from it and do a little bit better.
As a follow-up, you guys didn't get any takeaways today. Your best chance might have been a Lulaken on the missing interceptions. Do you feel like that was something that you guys needed to get one or two of those?
Yeah, no.
-2.
Yeah, listen, you try the best you can to try to create some turnovers or some takeaways. There were a couple chances, in this game, to get some hands on these footballs, and it would have been nice to have gotten at least one of those.
I know you've praised Trevor quite a bit, but when you talk about the confidence and expectations for the future, how much is rooted in having him in place?
I think it's everything. I've said this before, that the success of your football team lies with your quarterback, and you got to get that piece and that player right. And I feel personally that in Jacksonville we got that person right, and he's just going to get better. He's going to get better. He's going to learn from this. He's going to grow with the receivers, tight ends, the backs, because they're all young. They're all potentially they're all going to be there and keep working. So we're just going to continue to get better and grow as a team.
Okay, Coach, thank you.
All right, thanks.
It hurts because we came such a long way. We were looking down and out at whatever it was, a lot to a little. I'm talking about wins and losses. We made a run to get in the postseason. It felt like the postseason for a long time. And just everybody came together as a team. Everybody played for the brothers and stuff, and everybody's fighting all the way to the end of games. Saw a lot of games go our way towards the end of the season. Get to this point, we're playing extra football. You want to get this far. You don't want to only go this far. We wanted to keep going. We learned a lot as a team. I told them boys, like, you really changed my career in terms of how I look at NFL football, man. Like, I got back to playing football for my boys, football for the brothers. As a team in general, just the camaraderie we had, and to feel it come short like that, it hurts, and everybody was hurt. But we learned a lot. And we're going to use that. I'm going to go in the offseason, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be better. Everybody's determined to be better. The team's going to be determined to be better. And we learned a lot.
Boy, how hard was Travis Kelce to bottle up today? It seemed like he was tough on those option routes.
Yeah, a little option routes. I think when they move in the pocket a little bit, and he always knows where to sit it down or keep running or over routes and stuff. We got to be more matchy on him, and then catch and tackle if he does get that catch. We can't let him catch and run. Maybe we learn a little bit just how to go against them in big games and what their game plan is going to be. Maybe get a little bit more man on them, stick to them, or in zones, maybe really match them up there, going at the sticks. Yeah.
Or, just how big was it for you guys in year one of this being together to experience all this?
Yeah, I felt like year one back when we was losing, and then it felt like year two when we was winning, and we wanted to keep it going as long as possible. I guess it was year one, and we want to make it a better year two. But just to see that success in year one, we know that we're a force to be reckoned with. We know what we can expect as a team. And coming into this offseason and coming into the season training camp, like we're not accepting mediocrity from this team no more. That's for sure. We know what we're capable of, and team's gonna be ready for us. They know we're a force too, but we got to play better than they're expecting.
Is that the sense you kind of get from the guys in the locker room that they're not okay with this being,
Nah, whatever happened in the past, I wasn't even here for that. But we know what we just did, and we want to build on that. And we know, we started off the year not how we wanted to. Let's continue what we did at the end of this year into the offseason, into training camp, into the beginning of next year. Let's come out doing it the right way.
Doug mentioned that he said he wants the mindset of your guys' team to expect to be playing in these big games, expect to be one of the four.
Yeah. What was the score? It was one score game, right? And that wasn't our best football. Let's play good football, see what happens.
Doug said that some of the mistakes from earlier in the season came out today.
Mm-hmm.
Would you sort of agree with that assessment? And what were some of the things that you guys were talking about on the sideline trying to fix that?
Like he said, being more matchy on passing downs to 87. The ball was going to him. Holding our gas better on stretch plays, a little RPO and stuff, being able to communicate. Or we're expecting over routes in the field when we know it's an over route formation. Just being cleaner. We got to be clean. Like, if you're going to get to this far in the playoffs and stuff, you can't let play slide. We got to be better all the way through the game. Obviously, our fight's going to be there all the way through the game. But in order to come out on top, we got to be cleaner all the way through.
Did you say anything to guys like Trayvon and Devin after the game?
Just the growth, and we're going to continue to grow. That's just a start. For them, it took me 5 years to get here. This is my 5th year just tasting the playoffs. And they got that experience in their first year. So now they know what it should look like. They've been a part of 3 and whatever it was, and they've been a part of the playoff run. So they should know what it looks like, practice, preparation, energy level, what it should look like week in, week out. So any new people we bring to the squad, we know what to expect, the standard.
All right, thanks everyone. Thanks, Boyd.
Thank you.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's hard to, I don't really have the words right now. Just, equal parts, crushed that we're done playing, road ends for us this year. And, equal parts just proud of what we did. It's hard to feel that part of it right now because you put so much into it. You dedicate everything you have, our whole building for 6 months to get these opportunities, and to come up short, it stings. And just like I said, you worked so hard to get here, and nobody thought we were going to be here, and we had our shot, and that's what hurts. So we'll be back. I'm confident in that, and this is more the beginning than it is the end of something. This is just getting started for us, so we got a taste of it, and the guys are already hungry to get this opportunity again, but it doesn't take away from the sting of, like I said, you put so much into it, and even today, I felt like we had our opportunities, and Chiefs they did more today to win the game, and we just didn't quite make those plays at the end that we've been able to make the last month or two, they made them today and we didn't. So that's kind of how the game went, and they took advantage of those opportunities, and we weren't able to capitalize on them. And but it hurts too because we're right there, So yeah.
Talk this week about your expectations of the atmosphere here. Kind of evaluate what it was like compared to what you thought it would be like.
It was loud. I mean, it was just like you expect coming here and on the road in the playoffs, going anywhere really. But I mean, their fans did a great job. It was loud. I thought we did a good job. Only had one pre-snap penalty, so guys did a good job of being disciplined. Communication could have been better at times. Just some of the stuff. They had a good plan defensively. Presented a lot of different looks for us, and But yeah, as far as just the atmosphere, obviously that's what you want. Especially if you're the Chiefs. A home game to be like that in the playoffs, and the fans obviously brought it, and it's a really cool environment. And like I said, we got a taste of it, and we're looking forward to being back in this situation every year.
Tunnel, kind of greeting guys as they came off the field. Most of them, I saw you embrace Christian. Would you kind of say to him, I know he was battling out there to get back on the field?
Yeah, told him we're going to be back, and it's like I said, it's just the beginning, and it's hard to put it into words really this year, and like I said, you put so much into it, it's kind of hard to say. I kind of want to collect my thoughts more, but I told him we're going to be back, man. I'm thankful for him and just what he's brought to this team, for myself, as a friend, as a player, just special guy. So I'm thankful for him and so many guys in that locker room that I told him after when we brought it up in the locker room, told him I'm just thankful that what everybody sacrificed to get here, because it's a lot of, not everybody sees what guys sacrifice, and whether that's playing injured the last half of the season, whatever it is, guys sacrifice a lot to do what we were able to do, and just came up a little short.
Probably hard, but when you consider everything that's happened over the past year, how far this franchise, everybody gone just the last few?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's hard to talk and think about that, but it's special what we were able to do, and like I said, no one thought we should be here, and we just kept believing, and it was really cool to be a part of, and it was special, and like I said, just the beginning. I think that was this year obviously was huge for this organization, for our city, for just our franchise, moving forward, and it kind of sets the bar of who we're going to be and what we're going to do moving forward, and that's the mindset, and we won't settle for less than that. So, we got a taste of it being here, but there's more left, and we all feel that.
Good. How long will it take you to process the fact that all the positivity that came out of this season and the transformation of the franchise over dwelling on what happened tonight?
Yeah, that's why I said a little earlier, just equal parts crushed by the loss and that our season ends here, and knowing how close we were, and then on the flip side, being proud of what we were able to do and accomplish and what we were able to overcome. I'm gonna have more time to think about it and reflect on it. We'll have plenty of time to do that, and it's gonna make us better. And this won't be the last you guys hear of us. So we're gonna be back.
Hey Trev, I'm sorry if you've been asked this before, but a lot of Jaguar fans followed you guys all year. And what would your message to them be about what to expect about the 2023 version?
Well, first of all, thank you guys, and all y'all that are in here that are Jacksonville people. Man, we appreciate you guys. A lot of ups and downs, even just this season, and it was a special year for us, for the city, for everybody, and couldn't have done it without all you guys supporting us. So we're thankful for you guys. Those last two home games were games I'll never forget, and just excited for that to be the atmosphere and the future for our team. And I'm really excited, and it's hard to even think about next year right now because you're just still, obviously, this loss is fresh, but we're going to be back, and this is the new standard, and we set that, and this is the bar, and we'll be back. So thank you all. Yep.